I'm a third-generation land dealer here in Atlanta. My grandfather started selling real estate just after World War II. I grew up in Atlanta and then went to MIT for 4 years to study mechanical engineering. So after MIT, I worked with Coldwell Banker for about 3 years, and then I started Fitzgerald Land and Commercial Realty. Fitzgerald Land and Commercial Realty differs from the commercial and residential brokers in Atlanta in that we focus mainly on undeveloped land. That allows us to tailor our marketing programs for buyers who are looking for property that is either greenfields, meaning it's never been developed, or is redevelopment property in the inner city neighborhoods. We represent a number of estates, people that inherit land due to the unfortunate or untimely death of a loved one, and they need to convert that land to cash fairly quickly because the land doesn't produce any income and the estate tax can be fairly high at the time it's due. Recently we completed a land sale, a vacant piece of land that had been held in the family since the 1940s. One of those parcels we sold to the Home Depot company, and they've built the Villa Rica Home Depot on that parcel. We got a price that was exactly 3.5 times what the family was originally offered for the property. When you go to sell your land, you may be wondering, what kind of taxes will I have to pay? Well, you're in luck because land has a lot of tax beneficial treatment. One technique we use when selling land is the 1031 exchange, which allows you to trade out of one property into another and defer your tax liability. There's another technique called the charitable remainder trust, which allows you to sell your land, put it into a trust which goes to charity upon your death, and you get an immediate tax benefit. We can sit down and talk to you about these tax benefits and other tax related issues when you go to sell your land. The most frustrating thing about shopping a piece of land is not being able to find the answers to your questions in a timely manner. So what we do first to prepare a piece of property for sale is we develop a property information package. It includes surveys, topo maps, soil tests, traffic counts, flood maps. It also includes information about the financial performance of the property, timber cruises, any amount of information or type of information that would pertain to the sale of that property. We condense it into one report that we provide to all interested parties so they can make a quick decision as to whether the property suits their needs or not. Nobody likes to have their time wasted. Most people are reluctant to get a professional appraisal on a piece of land because of the high cost involved. We can provide a price opinion, which is not a certified appraisal, but what it is it's a professional's opinion as to the best and highest use of the property and the value if it were sold for that use. We can provide you with one of these reports after a consultation at our office. There's no obligation, and at the very least you'll have a good idea of what your property would be worth if you were to sell it today. The marketing plan at Fitzgerald Land and Commercial is specifically tailored to selling land. We start with a 4x4 wood sign that we place prominently on the property because nothing says I don't want to sell my land like a temporary roadside realty sign. The next aspect of the marketing plan is the multiple listing service. There are a number of multiple listing services, and many brokers are a member of one or two of them. We are a member of 5. We're also members of CoStar, which is probably the preeminent commercial service nationwide, and we're members of Dory's First CLS, which is an Atlanta-based commercial listing service. By being in all 5 services, we virtually guarantee that any active broker will see our listings the minute they're put on the multi-list system. You'll find that a lot of real estate agents are slow to respond to information requests on property. We solve that problem by giving a pre-recorded message and fax information package immediately upon demand from our print ads and our site signage. So if you are a prospective buyer and see one of our properties, you can call the 1-800 number, enter the code, get a recording about the property, and get a fax information package sent to you immediately. Fitzgerald Land and Commercial Realty is located in the Buckhead neighborhood of Atlanta, where I'm very active in the neighborhood. I'm a vice president of the Kiwanis Club of Buckhead. I'm also a member of the Atlanta Board of Realtors and the Realtors Land Institute. I also sit on the executive committee of the Irish Chamber of Commerce in the United States and participate in international land transactions for EU member nations.